Sup lads, welcome back to another Southampton video of the week, the roundups that we're doing at the minute. We have a lot of things to talk about. No McKennie or Charm, our first pre-season friendly at a double deal going to Fulham, and some new contracts maybe. So let's get things kicked off. Weston McKennie, we're set to sign him for 20 million from Schalke. In the last minute, Juve snatch him away on a loan deal from Schalke. I mean, we need to be doing this business quicker. McKennie is the ideal signing that we've been linked with the entire summer, but we don't get it over the line because Juve snatch him away from us at the last minute. And fair enough, if he wanted to play with Ronaldo, I can guess why he wanted to win some trophies. But he said he always wanted to play in the Premier League, so that's a bizarre move for me. Maybe he's going to come to the Prem after he's been to Juve, but yeah, that was a bit of a strange one because he rejected Hertha Berlin because he said he wanted to play in the Prem, but then he's gone to Juve, so I don't really know why that is. But fair enough. I mean, you can't really argue with playing with Ronaldo. Maybe Messi if he joins Juve, I doubt it, but yeah, that's one that's got away, isn't it? He'd be a great signing for us, but again, it's just got away from us at the last minute. Also, Olivier Charm, we're going to go for him, but we're not anymore according to reports because like Everton, West Ham, Monaco, I think we're linked with him, but I'm not really sure why we're not going for him anymore. Maybe he was too expensive, maybe they didn't thought he'd fit the system, but I think he's been decent for Celtic. I think I talked about him the other week. I'm not really sure what kind of midfielder he is. We kind of need like not a defensive midfielder, but a central midfielder that's kind of like a bit like a Højbjerg or a Romeo, like a central midfielder that's good, tough tackling, not necessarily defensive midfielder. I think Ncham was a bit more of an attacking midfielder, but yeah, maybe because he'll signed him up. He used to play for Man City, funnily enough, so it would have been good if we signed him up, but yeah, I don't really have a clue who we're going to go for. And I also haven't been linked with too many names in the midfield. I can't even think of one after McKennie and Ncham. I think Ncham will go to another club like a Monaco, as I said, who he's been linked with. But again, a lot of clubs are doing business now. And the more business owners like Palace, clubs around us. Palace signing Eze, Everton's going to sign Rodriguez and Allen. Probably they're doing their medicals today as I'm recording this. So we need to get some more business over the line, otherwise we're going to fall behind these clubs. So it'll be, we need to do some more business in the market. I say 2 more signings would be great. But talking of signings, going on to some sales now. Fulham have completed a double deal for 2 of our players. They've signed Harrison Reed on a permanent deal. He was on loan last year. I think he was their player of the season as they went up to the Prem. They signed him for 8 mil. He came through our academy. He didn't play too much. I thought he could have got maybe been that Højbjerg replacement, but now we're not signing McKennie or Ncham. I think that could be a little mistake there from Ralph letting him go. And also Lamina has joined them on loan. Lamina, I think we just need to get him gone on a permanent deal. One day he could be like Luka Modric, and the next 3 games he could be like we're playing with 10 men because he wouldn't do anything. But I think we need to get him gone on a permanent basis. The talent's definitely there, but when we're playing for Ralph, we need work rate because we're high pressing all game, and Lamina's not the midfielder for that. So hopefully, I think if Fulham stay up, they have an obligation to buy, not 100% how much for, but they have so hopefully they stay up and then they can activate the obligation to buy. As I said, like Fulham, teams around us doing business by doing a double swoop of our players. I still think Fulham will go down this year, but yeah, I think we do need to strengthen the midfield areas, maybe buy another winger as well, maybe some squad depth is needed, because, now let's go on to our pre-season friendly. Saints destroyed Swansea 7-1. They played, I believe, 4 30-minute halves, I think. So in the first 2 30 minutes, we were 7-0 up. We were 5-0 up, I think, in the first half. 7-0 up in the second half, but then we switched teams, a bit more of a reserve team that lost 1-0, and our reserves can't really be losing. I'm not sure what team Swansea, I think they put our reserves first and first team second, but still, I think we're not our reserves, but our backup players in most positions, but I think we do need to strengthen on the reserves. I think some players simply just aren't good enough, like Valerie. I think on this day he can be alright, but defensively, attacking and forward he's going alright, but defensively he's absolutely awful. I don't think he's the right player for us going into the future. I think the scorers were Ings got 2, Ward-Prowse got 2, Bertrand got one, Redmond got one, and who scored the other one? It was Adams that got one as well. And then I think they hit the post in one of the third or fourth halves, and then they also got, I think they also, I think they also scored, they scored and hit the post, I think, in the first. I think we also hit the post once maybe as well. But yeah, apparently, so if we're losing to Swansea, we really, in that half, 1-0. Our first team looks great, but again, we need strengthening on the reserves. If we're winning 7-0 in 2 halves and losing 1-0 the next, doesn't really show that much quality from our reserves, does it? So yeah, I expect a little bit more. We've been linked with 2 centre-backs as well. I don't think we need centre-backs really now. We've brought in Salisu. We've been linked with Celtic's Christopher Ajer and Frankfurt's Martin Hinteregger. Apparently, you had a bid of like 20 million, I think, rejected by Frankfurt for Hinteregger, I believe. For centre-back, I believe he scored about 9 goals in the league last season, but I think he's a penalty taker, I think. Don't quote me on that, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, apparently had 20 mil bid rejected for him, and it's going to be about 20 mil also to get Celtic's Christopher Ajer. Also had success from Celtic in the past, like Van Dijk, Forster, Wanyama, Armstrong's been decent as well. So hopefully I can be another one in that quality. Apparently a few players of Celtic are looking for a way out after they lost to, I think, this Hungarian team, I think Ferenc Varkos in the Champions League qualifiers, so now they can't be in the Champions League anymore. So I think like and Charm and I are both looking for ways out. Obviously, Charm's not going to join us anymore, but I think could be a good sign. I probably would throw him to Hinteregger just because he'll be cheaper, and obviously we're probably not. I doubt we're going to pay more than 20 million for Hinteregger. I think our record signing is 20 mil for Danny Ings. So yeah, I doubt we're going to pay 20 mil for just a centre back like Hinteregger, more than 20 mil. Anyway, on to the last thing now. Ings and Bertrand are apparently going to open contract talks. I believe Ings' current deal runs out in 2022 or 2023, so they're going to try and extend that to 2025. They definitely have open talks with Ings, I think, and the other player is Ryan Bertrand. I think, yeah, we definitely need to get him a new contract because his current deal runs out at the end of the season, but he was very decent after the restart. I think he'll be good to have him. He's been with us a while now because obviously he was at Chelsea playing the Champions League final, funnily enough, but yeah, I think Bertrand, we need to get him a new contract, maybe to like 2023, 2024, something like that. And then maybe he retire after that, because I think he's 31 now, Bertrand, so quite old, but still a few years left in him. Well, quite old for a footballer anyway. But yeah, it's pretty good. Not much going to have to do it for the roundup today, guys. If the comments are enabled, who do you think we should sign this summer? What other signings do you think we should do? What places do we need to strengthen? For me, it's central midfield and a winger. I think Redmond's good. Armstrong's not a winger, but he can still play there. Genepo, I think he needs to adapt a little bit more because he was injured quite a bit last season. But yeah, that's going to have to do it for today, guys. I might do another Saints list this week if I feel up to it. I don't think I will. I think I'm going to concentrate more on the main channel, try and upload as much as that, because I go back to school next week for the first time in ages. So yeah, I'm going to try and get as many videos out this week as possible, because there's not going to be many videos after that probably. But yeah, thanks for watching today, guys, and I'll see you next time.